Hello everyone, my name is Angharad Trueman and I am the ARLA Propertymark regional representative for Region 26, which is Gloucestershire, Bristol, Bath and North and North East Somerset. And I'm also the Managing Director of CGT Lettings Limited, which is a Gloucestershire-based letting agent with 5 branches, 1,600 managed properties and 45 staff. And today I'm just going to talk to you just about a subject that's quite important to me, and that is that we need to get more younger lettings professionals, 20-something lettings professionals into ARLA membership, and why it was important to me when I was first starting out in my career. So my story is that I went from entry-level lettings at 22, so not knowing anything about the lettings industry. I started in a very small independent letting agent in Cardiff, to corporate lettings, and then on to being appointed the Managing Director of CGT Lettings at the age of 29, so last year. And I think throughout this, my ARLA membership, so initially my ARLA qualifications and then my ARLA membership, has really helped me along the way. And I just wanted to let you know a little bit from my perspective why that's helped me and why I think it could help you too. So one of the first things is that I really wanted to do my qualifications when I was a letting agent when I first started. Because I felt to me that it was so important to do these qualifications that when I was talking to landlords and tenants, when I was arguing with a landlord because he wouldn't abide by his landlord's repairing obligations and fix his boiler, or when I was arguing with a tenant because they got something wrong on tenancy deposit legislation, and they always know that they're right, I knew then that what I was going back to them with was correct. And I learnt this through the qualifications, on the job, but through the qualifications as well. The qualifications explained to me why we did certain things. I always remember being amazed when I found out that actually the reason that we send the tenants a copy of a gas cert when we renew the gas cert mid-tenancy is because it's legislation. We have to send them a copy within 30 days. And actually, I just thought that it was just a process of the letting agent that I worked for, and I'd just been following it blindly, not knowing that actually it was part of the legislation that you had to send the tenants a copy. So I remember when I started learning these things thinking, this is why we do these things. So yeah, step one, the qualifications themselves are really important, and they'll give you the confidence when you are having to deal with these difficult situations with landlords and tenants that you know what you're talking about. Step 2 then is the membership. So I didn't actually join membership straight away. I passed my ARLA technical award in 2013, and I didn't join until 2015 actually, so it's a couple of years. And the reason for this is because the company I worked for at the time wouldn't pay for my membership, so I ummed and ahed for quite a while about paying for my own membership. And eventually I decided to pay for myself because I really wanted to become part of ARLA. The managers in my department who were ARLA members, I saw that they got to go to regional meetings, they got the ARLA magazine, they got all this extra help and support from ARLA that I didn't get, and I really thought I was missing out without that. So in the end, I paid for myself, and I remember because my dad subbed me half of the membership fee, which I've now paid back. And yeah, it was such a great day when I got my pack in the post, and I got my stickers, and I got my documents confirming I was a member, and it was a really good day in my career, and I was really chuffed to have done that, and I haven't looked back since really. So you probably sat there thinking, why is this important to me? Why, I'm a 20-something letting agent, and why is this important to me to be a member? Well, not only is there the support that being an ARLA member provides you, for a 20-something lettings professional, someone who's starting out in your career, actually becoming an ARLA member really sets you apart from other people in your age bracket who aren't demonstrating that they're serious about their lettings careers, who aren't going above and beyond to learn out of hours, learn the stuff ready for the qualifications. They aren't putting their hands up and saying to their bosses, actually, I want you to take me seriously, and I can prove to you why by doing these qualifications and by getting ARLA membership. So for me, that really was one of the main reasons why I wanted to become part of ARLA, to show my managers that I really was serious about my career and I was willing to study and go further for that qualification and for that membership. So I think that's something really to think about. The other benefits of ARLA membership, especially for younger members, I think, there's loads of things. There's regional conferences, there's the magazines, there's the fact sheets, There's Propertymark Connect, which has got the employees helpline now and the discounts at local shops. But it's also, the main thing that I think is really important is the Dutton Gregory ARLA helpline. So I used to call it all the time when I was first starting out, when I got my ARLA membership. Just with some really, you get really complicated queries, don't you, sometimes in lettings. You get tenants and landlords who, they just throw out the most ridiculous things at you, and sometimes you don't quite understand because it's just a curveball. So actually, the helpline's really, really useful. And in the business I run now, I try and encourage as many staff as possible into ARLA membership. I run monthly training sessions. We encourage all staff to try and study for their exams and take it. And I tell them, quite a lot of them all the time, if there is a query, have you called the helpline? Have you spoken to someone about it? Because you can go back to your landlords and tenants then with some really, really good advice. So that's it from me, really. I really would encourage 20-somethings into membership. If you have any questions, please get in touch. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope to see some of you in the future. Thanks for watching.